All right, guys, welcome to today's Power Hour. A little bit express once again, lower body. I need this one. My whole lower body just needs a good stretch out. So we need a lot of release work, mobility, stretching. That side of maybe even be a little bit more prolonged, a little bit easier. And then we're going to just fly through the sports conditioning, functional strength, sculpt Pilates to finish. And we're just going to mass burnout. But we're going to do a lot of explosive movements. So we will have good rest periods because I want to stay feeling light. I want to exhaust the legs without pulling up sore tomorrow. So that's how I'm kind of thinking about this workout, because I've got stuff to do tomorrow that's quite active. But I do want a good pump. I do want to stimulate growth, strength, stability, power, keep me athletic, lots of dynamic movements. So getting relaxed, take a moment to yourself, and we're just going to focus on belly breathing, not worried about the count at all. I want you to just become more sensitive to the breath and where it's going. So at first, I want you to start now breathing into the belly and just finding awareness of that breath. Full, being aware of how full the breath is, if it's just going into the belly, also pushing it into the lungs. And then focusing on your exhale as well. Observe how much air you're letting out, what happens to your core as you do this. I'm going nasal for reasons you probably know about if you've been running a few sessions with us. And do not go with the count. Just observe the length and the exhale, what's natural, going into your natural feel of the breath. Just observe where the length wants to go from the inhale and the exhale. Just raising consciousness to your breath. I really love this breath work. You don't have to count, you don't have to think, you just get to enjoy the breath. Try and tap into that, just enjoyment of awareness. Just let go of yawn. Hopefully you can be triggered to do the same. Lights up the brain, a good yawn. Try and force a yawn while you're there. I'm going to try and go another one or two. I know the breath was good when I start yawning. No, it shows I'm going into another place. I get the same on psychedelics. Just loosening up the neck, body, find that flow. And as we just start moving from the top, we're going to create a circle from the base of the spine and just increase the size of it. And see, I'm really getting my shoulders into it as well. Both directions, just loosening up the body. As deep as you like. And just coming back up. bringing the feet together, bringing the feet in, just some light butterflies. Nice smooth breaths. Continue that deep, slow, calm breath. Will help you get into a flow state. Leaning into it as well. And bringing the feet out, coming forward, and just rocking around wherever feels good. Build sensitivity to your body, your practice. Open up those hips, lower back, whole region. Coming back up, crossing the left foot, bring the right leg across. My right heel is next to my left hip. My left elbow pushes across as far as I can, and then I look over the right shoulder, getting a nice glute opening, but I'm also getting a nice thoracic twist here. My breath. Movement is medicine. Switching sides. Oh, hear that crack, feels great. Had a big work day today, just sitting down for probably 7-8 hours. So it was just extra needed. A lot of stagnation, compression, so now it's going to decompress and then get movement, fluidity. Excellent. Crossing those legs, tilting forward. And we will do a cat-cow dance. And just loosen up, twisting, turning, rolling around. And stepping back now into your down dog. Energy through the hands, no pressure on the wrist, walking it out to start. Start with a focus on stretching your calves. So I even bring my feet in just a little bit. And really just play, walking it in and out, hitting the calves, hitting the hamstrings. And then I'll even step slightly wider, hit the different angles, and see I'm just walking in and out, twisting and turning a little now. I want to hit it all, hamstrings, calves, hips, lower back, exaggerated. Excellent. I'm a bit wrist heavy here, so I'm going to extend my reach and float the left leg back nice and straight. So this one, I'm squeezing my glute and lower abs for a nice core activation. My hips are level. My foot is at 90 degrees, and I'm trying to create a straight line from my finger to my heel. Core firing. And switch sides. Close the eyes, relax the breath. Feel the core and glutes engage. This will create a good posture. And floating back to the first side. From here, I bend the leg and do some nice, slow hip circles. Outward and back. 5 one side, 5 the other. Contract the core. The base foot stays straight. Base leg stays straight. Excellent. Dropping both knees, sitting into a child pose, nice and deep. My hips should hit the heels, floating left to right. Relax that breath. Find that flow. Let the music just run through you. No mind. Just feel fluidity, flow. And floating back up. Reposition your knees if you need to. My feet just go a little wide here. And I slowly lean back into the hero pose. Now, if you're new to this, you do not want to go past the elbows. If your lower back's feeling good, knees are good, quads are good, you may like to open up the whole body. Deep breaths, but know the self in this one. It'll really show you the connection between your quads and lower back as well. Just loosen up the knees, great for the knees as well. Float around a little and pop back up. Stepping back to down dog once again, left leg floats back. This time it floats wide and soft landing outside the left hand. Straight back leg, chest up, head up. And I'm going to open up that right hip flexor but I'm also gonna have a little bit of a circle, rock forward, back to the side, dynamic. Excellent. And floating back to the center. The right foot floats back, glides right outside the right hand. Soft landing if you can. Rocking forward, back. No real rules. Just get fluid and loose. And float it back. One more time each side. Up high, out wide, a little deeper this time. I'm stretching that foot forward. A little bit less time though. Floating back. Other side. Little longer now. See how far my foot is from my hand? It's getting further and further. And just really loosening that up. And floating back. Left foot comes back up nice and high. This time we float it forward of center into our high lunge warrior. I melt up. I want to make sure I'm on train tracks. Knee is over the heel. Not back here and not here. Straight line. I'm just going to find a stable position and relax a little. It's a strengthening exercise. It's the fire. Strength. It's a warrior. I'm strong. I could fight in this position, so I'm not like this. Find the balance. Once you've found the balance, you can drag that back foot back, float up. And open up, chest up, open up the shoulders nice and tall. And then we're gonna float into our warrior two. So my heel to arch should match up and my knee is over toe. I could fit inside a toaster right now. That's the cue. Nice and straight. Strong arms, strong core, strong glutes, legs grounded. Could fight, remember. The warrior is a position of strength, but I'm relaxed. I could stay here a long time. We'll do a little reverse warrior and stretch. And floating back, both hands forward, we step back. This time the right leg glides back, it floats forward and through. Find that grounded position a little quicker this time if I can. Rock solid, train tracks, most stable position, active around the quad, build all my stabilizers around the knee, making sure my foot's not collapsing. And then I can sink back a little, really open it up a little. Close the eyes if you're ready. And relax. See how off balancing it is? I haven't done it for a while. And then we open. Same thing, knee over the heel for this one. Knee facing over the toe. Fit in a toaster, strong. Relax, close the eyes. Out, in and out through the nose, just try it. Very invigorating for me. It's a weird thing, just nasal breathing. And I get into this flow, I feel strong, I feel more aware. And we'll do a little reverse, open up. And floating both hands forward, but just stepping forward into a forward fold. Walking that out, opening up the hamstrings, just getting deeper and deeper. If you want to bend the legs to get the hands flat, you can. You can play. Have a little play down there, walk it out. Loosen up the hamstrings, lower back. And try punching your hands behind you, turning even further inside out. And floating back up. From here, I'm going to balance on my left foot. Melt down. Glide that right foot back and just come into my half moon. Nice and open, opening the right foot. And then from here, I'm going to float back into a Cossack. Foot flat, see, it's a little hard to see on that angle. Get that foot flat if you can. The left foot should be facing the sky. I'm a bit tight, I'm just working it in, and now my foot's flat. Took me a little bit today. And then, this is super tricky, try and float back to that half moon. Whoa, very tricky transition. One of my favorite transitions to build deep balance. And for this last one, you can lose your hand if you like. You can grab both hands on the ankle and raise the foot even higher. You can even play with grabbing that right foot if you like. Have a little play. And whenever you're ready, rise back up. We repeat on the right foot. Glide down slowly. My foot is grounded, it's got balance. Trying to create nice straight lines. Opening up the left hip. Externally rotating the left foot to the sky. Get that hip opening. And then floating in to my Cossack. Right foot to the sky. Wiggle the bum down to get that foot flat. I'm very tight at the moment, as you'll see. So I just need to work it a little, and there I go. The annoying thing about mobility and flexibility, you can be so flexible over 1 week. You do a week or two of inactivity and lifting, you're back. Floating straight back into that half moon. There we go. I was a bit smoother on that one. Felt really good. And same thing, you can lose the hand. You can float both hands down. Or you can grab both hands, well, on the foot. Whoa, a little bit off balance today. So I need to really concentrate, ground, feel the body. There I go. Just one little lapse in concentration. Excellent. Floating back down. Take a seat on your heels. Couple of back rolls. Little back massage. Get that nice and active. Oh, that felt really good flow. Really good 10-minute flow for me. Just loosen up the hips a little, leaning back. Feet around shoulder width. Just internally rotate to the heels. Get it touching. Loosen up those hips. Just observe which one's tighter. For me, the left is much more resistant to get down. The right one's super easy. So I may even spend a little bit more time on it. And you can push that heel into the floor if you want to get that little activation as well. And relax. While we're here, just stepping back, a little bit more yoga, not than mobility. Feet nice and wide, left foot outside, or left hand outside the left foot, and I come across and touch my toes with the right arm. Deep breath wide. And float across to the other side. I'm on the outside, just working more hamstring, hip, side body, just opening it up. And relax, crossing the legs, tilting forward, sinking back into our first H squat. Heels flat, press wide, press up if you can. And we're gonna get a bit of movement in this. Get ready for activity. Twisting around. I mean, I don't go too many days without doing this stretch with modern living. Get deep, you can go wide, you can come across and in, all the way. Or just play. So you've got another 20 seconds to just play, or you can just sit. I really enjoy sometimes just sitting deep into it, feeling that release, almost like you get in a yin yoga. Oh, relax. Wherever feels good. And from here, hands flat, glide into a hamstring stretch. Float down. Glide into a hamstring stretch. Float down. Beautiful. A little bit tricky one now. Sort of some advanced movement stuff, but we want to control our knee over toe. So knee over toe protocol, building bulletproof knees. If you're just beginning, you float it down, soft as you can, float back up. More advanced, come up a little higher, tap, float into a squat. So now, if you're really advanced, you can play into that sissy, float into a squat. But if you're not quite there, sinking down. So you can play with both, especially if you're fatigued. Go for another 20. Test the self, fall gracefully if you need to, like that. Float back, control. Knee over toe, like Neo in the Matrix. Oh, a bit too fast there, so I fell. It's a playful exercise. Control. The slower you go, kind of like riding a bike, super slow, much harder. And back. And relax. Shake that out. Roll around the ankle, both if you can. Get them moving. How does the ankle go? It can rotate, can extend, it can flex. Just give that a nice both directions. Beautiful. Tilting back up, I'm gonna float back up and just do the same with my knee. How does the knee joint go? Circles one way, circles the other. External and internal rotation. Extend, flex, both sides. All the directions, all the joints go. That's how I want you to think about the body. You can do it with the hip too. How does the hip go? Flexion, extension, rotation, other direction, and external, internal. So play with that. Up, back, rotation, rotation the other way, internal, our abduction, adduction. So I want you guys to learn about the body in this practice as well. It's not just about training. I want you to learn about how your joints should move and do move. You can do adduction to abduction with the knee up and down. So again, we just want all the joints moving as they should. Let's just get nice and loose, almost like a boxer would. You can almost just tilt forward and back if you like. When you get this light on the feet, this is how we want to be for plyo. There's no impact on the joints here. If you're flat-footed everywhere, you're going to move like Frankenstein, you're going to have very sore joints. We want to stay light. Just get used to this. Being high on the toes, light, it's easy. Like you're a boxer. In, out, in, out, in, out. And you can kind of play with the boxer circle if you like. Nice and light. That should give you a feeling of being loose, powerful, alert, ready to go. All right, we're gonna go into some duck walks to just finish off with a little bit of animal flow. You know, it's one of my favorite for just opening up this whole section. One knee down, one knee up, drag the bum to start. We're going around the mat. Light. Touch, touch, nice and gentle. If you need to, use a hand if your knees are really struggling. I'm gonna change direction in a lot of tight spots here. Whoa. Soft, look how fluid and gentle. It's not this. Another 10. And I'm gonna make it a little harder. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. Now, watching me, we're gonna hover and do that same thing. So I still tap the knee, but I'm hovering, like so. See how my hip or bum sort of stays at 90 degrees. So it turns into a real strengthening exercise versus just the mobilize. Not gonna go for long because this one cooks you. Really pre-exhaust the muscles for the movement we're gonna do soon. Both directions, another 15. Tap, hover, control. Soft, another 5, 4, I'm cooked now, 3, 2, and shake that out. You can do a little Qigong style, twerk and shake. Bring all the blood to the surface, move that chi. Start with the back and the inside of the calves, inner thighs, hamstrings, upper glutes, abs, kidneys, lower back. All right, we're ready for some plyo. First one, similar form to our high lunge warrior. We're gonna get nice, straight lines, bound up, straight back, bounds. We're gonna do a squat up for a nice warm up, 10 each side, nice and explosive. Rest if you need to keep the form strong. It's a sprinter exercise. Let's go, straight lines. 1, breathe, see my breath? Gives me my power, but I float down gently. Gentle on the joints, land on those tiptoes. Breathe. You can see my form going 10. Other side, shake it out. Straight into it. Perfect lines. The opposite hand to knee comes up. A lot of people try and do this. Not how you run. Smooth down, power. Smooth down, power. Smooth down, launch. Smooth down, launch. And relax. Get back the breath. Remember, we want high quality movement. Definitely gets harder talking. From here, nice and wide, similar to the ape squat, we're gonna do 50 frog squats. All we're doing, down, and up. We're gonna start in 3, 2, might take a couple of rounds, let's go, let's burn. Get deep, trying to keep the feet flat if I can, so I get that mobility. Nice and deep, they don't walk straight. Looks super easy, is not. Completely lost my count, so we're just gonna go for a minute or 50. 30, we've got 30 seconds to go. About 1 a second, so we'll be pretty close to 50. Starting to slow down now, I'm fatiguing. Keep those elbows in and want to raise as you fatigue. Another 10. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Kick that out, shake it out, stay loose. All right, we're gonna turn some more explosive movements here. We're gonna do a 180 squat jump. So what does that look like? And what we're gonna do, if you're getting dizzy, you change direction. So nice and simple, 1. Or you can just do one way, back, and return. So 1 minute is gonna be brutal. We're gonna do a lot of rest. I'll give you another 10 seconds off. Rest when you need, stabilize. It's a performance movement. So you can't really do half-assed in here because you won't make it the full way around. We're going in 3, 2, let's go. I'm not gonna do too much instructing. Soft landing though. Land on those toes, get deep, explode high. Power movement. Change direction as you need, halfway. Oh. 20 to go. I am burning, I'm just losing quality, so I'm having a rest. Last 5. Use my breath. 3, 2, and come to the floor. Couple of back rolls, recovery. And long stretch. Deep breath. That should get the heart rate up. All right, this next one, no easier. We've got a full minute side to side of basketball defense. What does that look like? I get to 90 degree, slide, defense, basketball. That's the move. As you fatigue, you're gonna wanna do this. Stay low. Last minute on the clock. We have a 2-point lead. You gotta keep them out of the key for a full minute. We're going in 3, 2, let's go. Keep them out. Stay low so you cannot be pushed back. Basketball with a bit of style now. Keep them out. Throw a few elbows in if you like. You can go the whole way around the mat if you like, just guarding the center. Got it, probably halfway. Come on, we've gone this long. 30 seconds, we win the game. Stay low, stay powerful. Defense. Strong legs. Good, 15 to go. The burn may be there. Last 10, less than 10. Last 3, 2, Good job. Have a little stretch. Have a full minute off. That little hit section is over. We'll decompress that compression. Relax the breath. Grab your water if you need it. Relax. You've got another 10 seconds. Next exercise, single leg squat to 90 degree. Just to there, up, down, up. We're gonna go for 1 minute. You're gonna try for 10, 10, 10, 10. However long the minute goes, it might not be even, that's okay. If you just get to 7, you do 7, 7, 7, 7, or 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, whatever happens. We're going in 3, 2, let's go. To 90 degree. Hands out makes it a little easier. Control. Engage the core. And I'm at my 10. Mass stabilization here of the joints. No imbalances can occur here. To 90 degrees. If you've got a mirror, ankle joint, knee joints at 90 degrees. I'm back for my 3rd set. Slower you go, you'll get better time under tension, better muscle damage, more growth. I'm so close, I'm gonna finish the same on both sides. I think that's 10, 10, 10. I'm just gonna finish with 10, ignore the time. 4 sets. It's gonna be a bit over. It's okay, it's always better to do more. And relax. So it's about 1:10 there. From here with no weight, this is not a difficult one. You're gonna do an alternating reverse lunge for 1 minute. Straight into it. Nice and simple. Train tracks. Let's go. Power movement. It's not gonna exhaust you the same as some of these other exercises. We're working just that endurance of perfect form. Strong core, knee is over the ankle. Training the body to be like a sprinter, perfect straight lines. Super important exercise to train the nervous system. Active, see how active my knee is? So it doesn't rock. There's none of this. I am solid as a rock through that knee. Halfway. Breathe, strong core to protect the spine. Strong quads, protect the knee. Don't let that ankle roll in. Last 15. Strong. Last 3, 2, and relax. Have a 30-second break. Do whatever you need to do. I'm just gonna rest. I'm feeling pretty loose after that warm-up. And this style of training is not creating too much compression for me. I feel like I'll pull up all right tomorrow, which is the goal. I want to exert myself. It's a performance workout. Everything's high performance. I want to be able to walk though. Doing these 40-set leg days are not smart. You don't walk for 4 days. No athlete in the world would do that. All right, we're just going to do some squat jumps. 10, rest, 10, rest. You know the drill. Down, 1. Let's go. You should be at 2, 3, 4. Power. It's a power workout today. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. 10 seconds. We go again. 4, 3, 2. Let's go. And we're doing one more just for good luck. 10 seconds off. Relax that breath. Easy, lightweight. Last 3, 2. We're off. 1, 2. Launch and land on the toes. No impact. And 10. I'm coming to the floor. Roll backs. And hands wide, little side to side. All the way. Breathe. Recovery, 10 glute bridges, nice and high, squeeze the glutes together. We're actually gonna do 20. Relax, rolling back up, rolling forward. We're gonna go into side to side Cossack. So we've already done the Cossack with the half moon. You're gonna go as deep as you can, 20 side to side. So you come up through A-frame, we get nice and low as we can. A-frame, other side. We're gonna do 20. You may take 1 round, 2 rounds, maybe more, that's okay. Let's go. Ass to grass if we can. Work that range of motion. You can only get to 90 there, that's fine. You'll get here eventually. I'm going all the way through. You can feel it. I'm gonna do an extra 5, just I'm feeling good. Use my breath. And relax. It's good, I'm feeling about a 3/4 exertion workout, and that's good. I want to recover, I want to perform well. I don't need to go to sloppy form and failure all the time. Not a good strategy. Got 20 more seconds to recover. And then we're gonna do a nice easy one. A lot of balance work here. Stabilization, core. Takes a little bit to get used to. So you can practice this first one with me as a recovery. On the left leg, I reach forward with my right hand. The right leg goes back. Sprinter. We've got 10 each side. Right arm, right foot, hinge at the left knee. Sprinter. 10 each side. The lower and longer you get, the more you'll have to hinge, and you'll feel that through the hamstrings. Slow is strong. Great power building exercise. I feel powerful doing this. 10. Other side. Ground the right foot. Left leg back. Left hand. Engage. Core firing, balance, everything. I love this exercise. And 10 more each side, and we are just about done. Other side. Whoa. Breathe. And relax, sinking back down onto the back. Left knee all the way into the left shoulder. Alternate as you feel. Just alternate as you need it. Deep breaths. Start to slow the system down now. Oh. And we're going to come into happy baby, grabbing the outside of the feet, having a little roll around. Oh. I just realized I'm not wearing any pants. So that might be a bit of a funnier movement. Oh, and coming back up to one of the stretches we started with. We can do this meditation sitting upright today. It wasn't that hard a session. We need to wipe out and go low. A lot of advantages to training body weight. Better engagement, better form, better muscle-mind connection. Don't always need to train for failure. I got a lot out of this workout today. A lot of explosiveness and power work, but I'll recover well. That's the magic. It's not exhausting yourself the same workout every day. Knees nice and wide if you can. Nice, strong, straight posture. I like to create the chi circuit, as they call it. Deep breath, long exhale. Let it all go. All the worries of the world, breathe in. Any worries or stresses you have, just release it and surrender it to the universe. Give it up. Let the Tao, universe, God guide you. You're co-creators. You are in this life with guidance. Yes, you have to do stuff yourself, but yes, you have a divine power behind you. Use it. Everything will be as it's meant to. And while we're doing this, we're going to peel back the onion. Any habits you've built up this last month, quarter, year, whether it's distraction, worry, stress, drinking too much, breathe into it, let that go. Shed the snake skin. That is not who you are. It's just a behavior, being a certain way to have a certain thing. So we can move on from that. And as you peel back the layer of all the things you don't want to be, I want you to feel who you do want to be rise. All the characteristics, traits, stand up, stepping into your power, your confidence, your flow state. Visualize that just invigorating, powering through, your surging electricity, this chi just filled with your power. Breathing in, ignite. You're charging up the battery of your spirit. Charge up. And on that note, it's a good time to finish charged up, relaxed. Go get it.